I hear there's a love in the air.
Yay! Venus, the planet of love, is changing signs, going from Aquarius, where it's been for the last 4 weeks, into Pisces, where it will be for the next 4 weeks. And Venus is the lesser benefic, where Jupiter is the greater benefic, brings huge amounts of abundance. Venus just brings good times, pretty much, to whatever sign it's in, and complementary signs. So I thought I would go through all 12 signs so they could see what they could expect for Pisces. It's kind of a behind-the-scenes kind of thing. This is a time that Pisces, with Venus going into their own sign, it brings new love to the forefront. It brings new opportunities. If they're in a relationship, their existing relationship goes well. If they're single and they've been waiting for a relationship, keep your eyes peeled over the next 4 weeks or so, because it's very, very likely to occur. For Aries, time to take a step back. Time to take a step back. Time to give a little more than they get. And boy, do Aries hate that. And more importantly, it's the end of a 14-month cycle for them. And so they really need to evaluate their love affairs and how that fits in their life. And if it's time to make changes, then they'll do it over the next 4 weeks or so. For Tauruses, it is time to reach for the brass ring. It's time for Tauruses to rally their female friends to help the Taurus reach a hope, a wish, a goal, or objective. So it will take a group of people to bring the Taurus what they want. So they can't do it alone.
All right,
for
Pat,
Gemini,
you listen.
Yes, and I'm a big fan of delegate responsibility and get as many people to do your job as you can. For Geminis, Venus is now in their 10th house of career and public standing, and they are going to have the attention of the bosses or the powers that be. And they need to really do a good job with it, because if they do a good job, they'll be rewarded. If they don't do a good job, it's going to be noticed. It's that kind of a thing, no hiding from it. For Cancers, the law's on their side. Legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance go very, very well for the Cancer. And there might be some long-distance travel involved with making that happen. And if you're going to beg for mercy, I always say do it in person.
Yeah.
Get your best result that way. For Leos, money falls out of the skies on Leos. It's a wonderful economic time for Leo. And this is not through earned income. This is through unearned income, where you benefit from somebody else's resources flowing your way, or you get to maximize an existing resource. So it's a good time for money, so I think you should pick up the tab. For Virgos, it's in their 7th house of partners, and they're in the spotlight for one reason or another. And Virgo's the sign that always goes, well, if I was in charge, I would do this, or I could do it better. And the universe is going to go, okay, Virgo, put your money where your mouth is. Let's see how you do. And any kind of reasonable effort on the Virgo's part is going to result in success, which I'm hoping for with my softball team. For Libras, yeah, you bet. Those girls are amazing now. For Libra, it's in their 6th house of work and responsibilities, and some obstacle that had been in the Libra's way gets out of their way. Something that had been blocking them or thwarting them gets out of their way, and they don't necessarily get the corner office, but they have a better, clearer career path. And some kind of health matter that's not been so great actually turns out to have a much better result than they thought it was going to, so they shouldn't be afraid of that. For Scorpios, it's in their 5th house of love affairs, amusement, sports, pleasures, children. It's a good time in general for Scorpios to truly feel the love. And if they're single, they'll attract someone. If they're married, their marriage goes well. That love relationships go well. For Sagittarius, it's time to straighten things up at home. Clean things out at home. If anybody's doing spring cleaning, it's going to be Sagittarians. And they want to remodel their home, refurbish their home, do something to make their home safer and more secure. If anything, just clean their home. For Capricorns, the pace of their day-to-day living picks up. They've got places to go, people to see, things to do, out and backs. Not long distance, long duration trips, but short distance, weekends, day or two jaunts. And they're going to have to work to keep up the pace to not fall behind. And then for Aquarius, the last sign of the zodiac, the money gods smile on them, and they benefit from earned income. So they get either that promotion, that increased money is paid to them for services that they render. So all in all, whenever Venus changes signs, whatever it does the first 2-3 days is what it's going to do for the month. So pay attention the first 3 days of the month of this week, and you'll be able to see what you can expect over the next 30 days or so. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac.
Sounds like a love thing to me.
Fun, fun, fun.
See you next week.
Always a pleasure.